Okay, so let's talk about siding. I've managed to find a nice sunny day here in November in the rainforest on the west coast. So managed to get a bit of filming done outside, which is unusual this time of year. So thanks for the blue skies. I decided to use a Cedar beveled siding. And this is 9-inch, or I think they refer to it as a 10, but I can't remember. It's so long ago now since I did it. When you're building your tiny house, you learn a lot as you go through, and as you move on, you forget the old stuff. So anyway, it was a few months ago that I did the siding. It's beveled cedar, which means it's wider at the bottom, it's 1 inch at the bottom, and it goes nice and thin at the top. And you literally just start at the bottom and work your way up, overlapping by 1.5 inches to 2 inches, so that the rain doesn't get in there. What you want to do is make sure your house is level before you start putting up the siding, because if you're putting up the siding to make sure that's level but your house isn't level, when you finally come to level your house, your siding is going to look a mess. So what we did here with the siding, when you do joins, so I was told a 15-degree cut, which I did here, and you want to angle the cut so that whichever way the wind direction is facing, you want to angle the cut away from that wind direction. So I've done it as if this is traveling down the road. And you can imagine if the wind and rain is coming this way along the siding, I don't want the angle to be this way, because then it will push the water inside that join. So you want to make sure the angles are cut pointing away from the front. So all angles are cut that way. And you don't want any cuts to be above one another. It will weaken the impermeability of the siding, so always stagger them. And because with a tiny house, it's pretty easy to get very few joins because it's just a short structure. If you're able to buy 20-foot long pieces of siding, you can just get away with very few seams. As for butting them up to the ends here, there's a number of ways you can do this. You can put the siding on first and go right up to the edge, and then put over the 2x4 or whatever over top of that. That way you do actually get a bit of a gap. You might get bugs inside of there and some rain might get in. What I decided to do was put the corners up first and then butt these up against it. That means you just have to put some sealant down the edges there to stop any rain from getting in. What else have we got on the siding? I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that'll probably do you for siding. I did actually stain the siding as well. We weren't going to, but after a bit of advice, we decided to get that done. So we got that done in the summer before the first rains came, and just used there's a clear version, which is the lowest. There's not, it's completely clear, and then there was one up from that called translucent, which has a slight little bit of color to it. So it'll just hold this depth to the color of the cedar. Probably need a treatment again in a few years' time, something like that. It just took a few days, 2 days to get that done. 1 day, and then another for the second coat. Lot quicker, being a tiny house. So that's the siding. I've got another video on shingles, which is what we have up top. So stick around for that video.